Hello everyone. In this video I'll teach you how to improve at UHC in Minecraft, covering melee, game sense, and knowing how to use your utilities, like lava, cobwebs, and water, and your blocks. Let's get right into it. Let's start with sword melee. In this clip you can see how I keep my spacing and time my hits to get the max amount of damage. I use my cobweb to stop the opponent's movement and be able to crit them out easily. In this fight, notice how I strafe to side and keep pressure while maintaining a full charged hits. Good positioning makes sword PvP so much better. Look how I time my hits against his shield so I can hit them perfectly without just hitting his shield. In the point in the video, I drain him to keep him in the cobweb to make it easier to crit him out. In this same clip, you can see that I disabled my opponent's shield so I could crit them out and drain them easy, just so I could have the health advantage and win the match. Watch this clip. See how I break their shield, then instantly switch the momentum and keep them on the back foot using my lava to damage them even more? Axe stuns are huge for momentum shifts. You can end up winning matches by using this. In this clip, you can see as soon as I broke their shield, I used their momentum to keep them up and cobweb them. I then placed my lava to deal more damage, making them switch their water, giving me time to crit them out easily. Here is a strategy you can learn from playing Axe. This is a strategy used by most of the Axe players in the Axe community. That will be another video though. In this video, I stand off with the opponent, baiting them until I jump through them, do a quick 180, and end up critting them in the back with my axe. This dealt the maximum amount of damage I can use in UHC. Let's now talk about the most important thing in UHC. Game sense. When you heal, make sure you're safe. Here, you can see I back off and use my grapple, while creating distance between myself and the player, placing blocks to make sure they can't use their bow utilities and crossbow to damage me even more. In this clip, it shows the same idea. I use the terrain and the utilities I have to block his hits so I don't get punished while gapping, only taking the minimal amount of hits needed. But here's what not to do. In this clip, you can see I gap in the open and get punished for it. Always look for a way to cover or use your utilities to defend yourself first. Using your cobwebs to capture your opponents and then spam lava, dealing damage to them over time. This is a very good strategy as it confuses your opponent very well. As you can see in this video, I used my lava effectively to make sure he didn't know what was happening. I then had time to crit him out, making it easier to get him. Watch this clip again. Look how I combine my lava and my axe stun to use his momentum to keep him up so he lands up in the lava. In a fight, you can use this to keep the pressure up, as the goal is to deal damage over time while you go for clean hits like this. Now how not to cobweb. You don't want to do this in your fights. If you do this and randomly waste them, it puts you at risk and makes it as a losing tide for your fights. Instead of wasting your cobwebs, place them at the right moment. Here I trapped my opponent while they were trying to heal. They jumped into my cobweb, making it easier for me to drain them and crit them out easy. Webs can be used as the best utility when you combine them with your axe and sword melee skills. Watch how I stun, web, drain, and follow up by killing the player. Watch this clip to see the perfect placement. As I was comboing them, I predicted where they would land and placed a cobweb. Unfortunately, they did place a cobweb back on me, which just makes it a trade until one of us places water. Again, use your surroundings. Here, I used the terrain and web together to completely stop my opponent's momentum and making it easier to gap for me and be able to push a counter attack back on them. Combining lava and webs makes you unpredictable, and drains your opponent's healing quickly. This makes it so it's easier to crit out your opponent. And that's all. If you use your melee, game sense, and utilities like this, you'll see huge improvements in your UHC gameplay. If you learned something new, leave a like, drop a comment with what you want next, and don't forget to subscribe. Check out my other videos. Good luck, and I'll see you in the next fight.